Well met, sir. How's the day treating you then?
Master, it would be prudent to rid yourself of any excess items. If you've anything edible, I'll gladly lessen your burden.
Making a living as a soldier.
I'm going to go explore. I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in BAKBATTAHL. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta BAKBATTAHL coast and seek a man named Ambrosius. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
Could you come over here?
Say, have you seen any statues about? Solid stone ones, carved in the likeness of monsters. Tell is, quite a number of them were found not long ago, just west of the Agamemnon ruins. Here's the curious part, though. The things look damn near real. So real, in fact, that collectors were willing to pay outlandish sums of gold for them. Would that I'd gotten my hands on one. Suppose I'll just have to hope there are more of them out there somewhere.
Well met.
Follow me. And here I thought I was leading the way. But I suppose your whims take precedence. Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this, eventually.
Huh? What in the... Where did you come from? Did Clark send you? Oh no, he did, didn't he? I'm sorry. I'm really, truly very sorry. I haven't slept a wink, I swear it. Well, I suppose I might have fallen asleep once or twice, but it isn't as if I've been lazing about. I simply haven't been able to devise any good ideas. I tell you, this arrangement has been an encumbrance on my mind from the very beginning. While I am glad that the old man appreciated my talents enough to commission me, it doesn't change the facts. I can only depict subjects that I've seen with my own two eyes. Which makes things rather difficult, given the task at hand. Say, you appear a rather strapping sort. Would you be persuaded to bring me to a griffin? 'Twill be well worth any trouble. Clark shall pay handsomely to see this done, and you'd be doing me a great boon besides. I've heard aught of a griffin's nesting place. I shall await you there. Do keep in mind, however, that you must needs drag the battle out if I am to complete my sketch. Of course, I could look as long as I pleased if you were to petrify the beast. Indeed, a beast frozen in place would be much more easily drawn. 'Tis said that a famed sculptor of Eld used a Medusa's severed head to petrify her subjects before sketching them. Of course, I wouldn't presume to demand aught so legendary of you, Arisen, I only ask that you aid me in completing my sketch as best as you are able. Then I shall depart at once. Pray, meet me at the foot of the Guerco mountain range, east of the rest town.
He wishes to gaze upon a griffin firsthand. It is a tall ask, but not impossible. Shall we go where we are bid? I can guide you there, if you wish.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
You there? Have you a home in BAKBATTAHL? If not, well, look no further. As it so happens, I've one to sell. Now, I've noticed you tend to travel with pawns. Bold choice here in BAKBATTAHL, where they're ill-loved. So I thought you might prefer a home of your own to stay at, rather than a crowded inn. Well, what say you? A wise decision, sir. Do be sure to read over the deed. Here you are, dear.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day. Shall we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
By and large. The people of BAKBATTAHL seem to adore their benevolent empress.
I've remarked that myself. They revere Her Majesty with all their hearts and regard her as family.
Vermin's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
My legs are fair numb from walking about.
Times are hard.
I'm in no hurry to leave.
It's surely a boon to eat and look upon.
Can't bring myself to
Welcome.
do much at this hour.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
I could. Where was that battle again?
These faces have grown mightily familiar. That explains the harmony betwixt us.
Let me get that.
We've got rattlers!
This foe isn't troubled by lightning strike. You've got the enemy right where I need them, Marine. Don't let up. Yes, and you shame us both. Let us see what you're made of. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest. Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted. I've underestimated this foe. Time to heal up. Best to keep still for a moment. Expecting mercy.
I've a pressing duty to which I must attend.
Who are you? No, never mind, 'tis of little import. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Is that all? Tiny fragments such as these aren't nearly good enough. Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. Here, take your coin and be gone. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. The power to command pawns, that is. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power, you see. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that might be difficult. We've scoured this area quite thoroughly, I should think. 'Tis possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors or some such. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that.
It is about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
What a fell curse 'tis to be undying. Is this retribution for my folly? Such arrogance! You may be pitted against the dragon, yet his fate is yours to share.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
We'll manage, whatever comes. We always do, don't we?
Our prideful foe thinks itself safe in its flight. Let us drag it to the ground and teach it the error of its ways. seems there's no room for argument. I shall obey. I have enough. To be gathered here, I'll wager.
No harm in picking a few.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of... Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Me what ye reap. And I shall harness it to you. 'Tis for ye to determine what that bond constitutes. Be it a hap, the dragon is the embodiment of destructive force. Though this doesn't understand this, the concepts of good and evil are mortal inventions, and thus cannot be applied to the dragon. It is a being of a higher order, as are ye, now that the dragon has marked ye, setting ye apart from your fellows. The Godsway, forgive me, but I've ne'er heard of such a thing. However, some years past, a sorcerer of BAKBATTAHL came to me seeking knowledge of the dragon, just as ye have. Faces, I believed he called himself. It appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world through mortal means. Perhaps there is some connection. Then go. But visit me again when ye have spilled draconic blood. Since times of eld, dragon blood has been used to refine all manner of equipment. I myself learned the art by deciphering ancient texts. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap. Then I bid ye farewell. Ne'er have I beheld such folly. a fear